In 2017, Facebook conducted an algorithmic experiment in Sri Lanka. The details of this experiment remain unclear. However, it coincided with a disturbing rise in hate speech on the platform. This surge in hateful content targeted the Muslim minority in Sri Lanka. The spread of hate speech was exacerbated by Facebook's algorithms. These algorithms prioritize engagement and virality. Consequently, inflammatory content spread quickly and widely. This created an environment of fear, distrust, and hostility towards the Muslim community. The algorithms amplified existing societal tensions. They created an echo chamber where hateful narratives flourished. This dangerous mix of algorithmic amplification and pre-existing biases set the stage for the violence that followed. The situation in Sri Lanka escalated further with the spread of misinformation. False stories targeting the Muslim community circulated rapidly on Facebook. One such fabrication claimed that a Muslim pharmacist was distributing sterilization pills to Sinhalese women. This fabricated story, among others, incited fear and anger within the Sinhalese community. The rapid spread of misinformation inflamed tensions, pushing the country towards a boiling point. The line between online hate speech and real-world violence blurred. In early 2018, anti-Muslim riots erupted across Sri Lanka. Mobs attacked mosques, businesses, and individuals. The riots resulted in widespread destruction, displacement, and loss of life. The Sri Lankan riots were a tragic example of how online misinformation can fuel offline violence. Facebook, with its massive reach and powerful algorithms, played a significant role in amplifying both hate speech and misinformation. As early as 2017, Sri Lankan government officials and NGOs raised concerns with Facebook. They warned about the escalating hate speech and the potential for violence. They urged the company to take action, including hiring more Sinhala-speaking content moderators. Facebook's response was inadequate. The company downplayed the severity of the situation and failed to take swift and decisive action. The lack of sufficient content moderation, particularly in local languages, allowed hate speech and misinformation to spread unchecked. The events in Sri Lanka are not isolated. Similar patterns of social media-fueled violence have been observed in countries like Myanmar, India, and Mexico. This highlights a worrying global trend: the exploitation of social media platforms to incite violence and spread hate. The Sri Lankan riots serve as a stark reminder of the immense power and responsibility of social media companies. These platforms are no longer just neutral conduits of information. Their algorithms have a profound impact on what users see and believe. It is imperative that social media companies prioritize ethical considerations. This includes taking proactive measures to combat hate speech and misinformation. Investing in robust content moderation, particularly in local languages, is crucial. Transparency is also key. Facebook and other platforms must be more transparent about their algorithms and how they impact the spread of information. Furthermore, they need to be held accountable for the consequences of their platform's design and functionality. The international community must work together to establish clear guidelines and regulations for social media companies. This includes addressing issues of hate speech, misinformation, and algorithmic bias. The future of social media depends on a collective commitment to ethical practices and responsible technology.